Earlier today, I got an email from the 1LVZ, and it had a screenshot that had this picture in it, and it had a caption. Pretty much, well, it was actually coming from this website that I'm about to read. But I'm gonna read to you this title, and this is gonna further prove that Kamala Harris, and well, to some who call her Scamala Harris, campaign is pretty much on its last leg, and she just needs to give up the ghost. It's done. So it reads: Kamala Harris announces Native American platform to restore 500,000 acres of tribal lands. Now, let's not forget, this is the same woman who earlier this year, when it came to the topic of reparations for ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, and people asked her, like, what would she specifically do for them? And when the topic of reparations came up, she was like, no, I can't just simply do for one group of people. No. But notice that for every other group of people, non-ADOS black people or Hispanics or now Native Americans, maybe some other people that I can't think of at the moment, she is now literally reaching out that olive branch, extending that olive branch to help them with anything that they want and anything that they need. And the reason is because she has lost pretty much all the support from ADOS, at least the ones who were not aware of her game plan. But for those of her who are still on her bandwagon and still choose to swan dive into her cooch on the day that you got to go to them polls, y'all better wake the hell up, because that woman ain't about to do a goddamn thing for you. She has long been exposed. Even before she began to run for office, people have known about her. If it wasn't for the voices of the new black media, such as Professor Black Truth and Jason Black, I would not have really known what this woman was all about. Especially since I can admit I'm not politically savvy, and I don't live out there in California, where her base is, as far as a political base goes. But now, knowing all that I know about her, this woman is complete and utter trash. How anybody can't see her for what she is, I don't know. And if you are one of them people that are rallying behind her because you don't like Trump, y'all better get it together and tighten it the fuck up and stop playing these games. Now, this is not coming from a person who supports 45 by any means, but I know a con artist when I see one. And this woman in this picture, Miss Kamala Harris for the people, no, Kamala Harris for the bag. That's what that is. That's what she's there for. And that's what it will always be. That's why I be saying about all these politrictions. That's why I call them that. Because they lie and they trick, and many of them steal. Now I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from the newsmaven. I can't even read the rest of it, but I guess it's a Native American website. It says, ahead of Senator Kamala Harris's participation at the National Congress of American Indians Convention, she is unveiling her new plan to honor tribal sovereignty and invest in Native American communities to secure lasting prosperity. This is how you know her campaign is on its last leg. She's going to one of the last groups that any politician would ever campaign to or pander to, because this is what she's doing, pandering. She ain't campaigning. I mean, when's the last time you've seen any politician campaign or pander to the Native Americans? One of the, if not the lowest populated group of people in America. I mean, they are damn near extinct. That's how low they are. As part of her plan, she will set a goal to take 500,000 more acres of land into trust for federally recognized Indian tribes. She'll work to make this process simpler, faster, and less costly for lands within or contiguous to existing reservations. She will also sign an executive order reaffirming the United States government to government relationships and ensuring meaningful and frequent consultation with tribes. She will work with Congress to exempt the Indian Health Service from future budget sequestrations, so IHS programs won't have to close their doors to the 2.2 million Native Americans they serve. Now, this woman literally said out of her mouth she would not do anything specifically for ADOS, but was all trying to blow smoke up ADOS ass earlier this year, waving around the fact that she's an AKA and waving around the fact that she went to Howard University. Listen, she can pledge any of the Divine Nine that she wants. Well, as far as the sororities go, she can go to any HBCU that she wants and pander to them as hard as possible. But I can guarantee you right now, the same people that she was pandering to back then are hopefully most of them have fallen off of her bullshit train as of right now. Everybody should be well aware of what this woman is all about. She is nothing more than an opportunist. She goes from group to group to group to group. And when they all see her for what she is, then she leaves. She's like a stone gypsy. Like I said, I've never known people to go to Native Americans. And by the way, Native Americans been got their reparations. They got so many reservations in all those casinos. They got theirs. We still need ours. Every other group got what was designated towards them one way or another, but we still had the short end of the stick. But she wants to go out there and do for them because we hurt her feelings. The voices of the new black media hurt this bitch's feelings. It doesn't matter anyway. It wasn't like she's going to win. I don't know why she's still holding out hope. I'm telling you, the voices of the new black media has been the Democrats' worst nightmare since they began their campaign run. And I'm talking about each and every last one of them. Not just Kamala Harris, but Joe Biden, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, who else? And so on and so forth. The only one we really didn't go in on that much was Marianne Williamson. And the only time we really did go in on her was when she said that how much of a reparations package we should get, and we was like, no, that's too low. But the one reason why we really didn't go in her like that is because she's the only one who actually had the nerve to talk about reparations from a genuine standpoint, as far as I know. But as for the rest of them, they completely duck and dodge them bullets like they were Neo in the Matrix, and still ducking and dodging them. Oh, they going to be in for a rude awakening come November 4th, 2020. And I'm going to tell you this right now, like I said in a couple of live streams ago, when that happens, I might actually go live during during election night. I just might. It might be one big party, because I cannot wait to see the tears overflow. And there's going to be a lot of upset people come this time next year. Can you believe we're almost a year away from that? Time is really flying. But let me get back to this article. Key aspects of the plan include honor tribal sovereignty, hold an annual tribal nation summit to hear from tribal leaders and youth, and collaborate on ways to improve Native Americans' quality of life and access to justice. Restore tribal lands, push Congress to amend the Indian Reorganization Act, or IRA, to clarify that tribes federally recognized after 1934 can receive land into trust, take 500,000 acres of land into trust, and promote health equity, maximize tribes' autonomy over their IHS program so they can provide culturally competent and holistic care. Let's speak truth. And this coming from a woman who loves to speak lies. We have failed in our obligations to tribal nations. We have an opportunity to chart a new course of fully empowering Native American communities and supporting their government's right to self-determination and self-governance. I have always stood with Native communities, and as president, which I hope will never happen, I will stand shoulder to shoulder to solve the challenges they face and ensure our nation respects to the sovereignty of Native tribes. Before I go any further, like I said, she literally has hopped from non-white group to non-white group to non-white. She literally has pandered to, I think, everyone except maybe the Asians. Let's hypothetically say this woman was to become president. I'm just getting sick thinking of the thought, but whatever. This is hypothetically speaking here, not realistically. let's hypothetically say she became president. She would have to literally keep her promise to every group that she pandered to in the 4 years that she would be president. Good freaking luck on that happening. That's the hole that she has dug herself into, and I don't even realize. I'm sorry. I don't think she even realizes that ditch that she's put herself into by pandering to all these groups. Like, she could not find one solid base to really cater to, while doing maybe some small caterisms to here and other groups. But she literally has pandered hard to every group. Except probably, like I said, the Asians and probably a majority of white people who could, well, unless they lean more politically to the left. But she still has yet to come to realize one thing. She is not a likable person at all. She lacks the ability to be likable. She is not relatable, and she's just one of the worst. I'm gonna say she's one of the worst people in this establishment. When you look at her track record and how she treated black men, or the injustices that fell upon black men, and how she could have carried out justice for the family but didn't, no. Now I'm getting the opportunity to tell her, no, Kamala Harris, if you can hear the sound of my voice, no. You would never, ever have my support. And a vast majority of the people who listen to my commentary would never support you. But leave it up to her. She'll probably say, oh, it's because I'm a woman. No, it has absolutely, positively nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman. It has everything positively 100% to do with the fact that you are a cold-hearted bitch. Now, let me continue. In addition, the campaign is announcing its Tribal Leadership Council co-chairs. The council will advise the campaign on tribal issues. The council co-chairs include Pechanga Band of Lusueno Indians Chairman Mark McCarroll, Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians Chairman Kenneth Kahn, former Chief Executive Indian Health Service and Cherokee Nation member Mary Smith, and Navajo Nation leader Kinsell Houston. When I'm reading this, now you can understand why even her dad doesn't like her. When the man who planted his seed into your mother to bring you into this world doesn't like you, that says a lot about you. Because this woman has flip-flopped so many times, and she doesn't know what side of the spectrum she's on. She's what you call a fence straddler. And I, for one, cannot stand those type of people. Because you never know with them. It's like night and day. You never know which way they are. They blow whichever way the goddamn wind blows. And wherever they land, that's where they'll be for the time being until the wind blows again. And they could probably land on the opposing side in which they were fighting. That's Kamala Harris in a nutshell. Like I'm saying right now, she will never, ever become president. Her and the vast majority of the people who are on the Democrat side need to hang up their campaign and call it quits, because they're not going anywhere. I'm curious. I have a feeling that Kamala Harris campaign will not make it past the first quarter of next year. And that might even be a stretch, but who knows? Something could happen, but I'll say this, she ain't making it to the ballot. That's for damn sure. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.